Hey, what's up, you guys? Today's video is going to be my September empties. I actually don't have a lot of products to show you this month, so this should be probably a relatively short empties video. You know, unless I start rambling about stuff, which we all know full well is bound to happen. So I have all my empties in this Oshkosh bookstore bag. So let's just jump right in. The first thing is a bag of cotton balls. These are from the brand Assured. I got these at the Dollar Tree. Again, they're just cotton balls, so there's really nothing to talk about with them. The next thing is a bottle of baby shampoo. I use this. This is from the Up and Up brand from Target, but it's just pretty much baby shampoo. I use this to clean my makeup brushes. It works like a dream to get all the makeup out, especially for face brushes. I feel like it's really good at getting the foundation out. I do have another bottle of this. It's from a different brand. It's like the Walmart generic brand. And then I also have something else that I'm going to be trying to clean brushes with. So yeah, this is like my go-to, and it's relatively cheap for this, big bottle. So good stuff. And then my last kind of big-ish product is a hair product. And this is the Herbal Essences Bombshell Babe Smoothing Mousse. I got this product randomly. I was recommended a mousse from Herbal Essences, and I thought this was the one, but it wasn't actually the one. And I had never used a mousse before in my hair, and when I first started using it, I didn't really like it at all. Like, I hardly ever used it. But as time went on, I started to really like this when I mixed it with one of my Aveda smoothing products. So I wound up repurchasing it. I don't know if you can see it, but it is right back there. So yeah, I wound up actually really liking this. It makes your hair feel super soft. It made my hair, I felt like it blow dried faster, even though that's not one of the claims on here. But yeah, you basically just put it through your damp hair, and it's supposed to kind of smooth your hair out. So I don't know if it really worked that well, but I did like it, so I repurchased it. Now I have a bunch of like smaller little makeup-y things. The first one is a skincare product, and this is a face mask. This is from Bio Republic, and it's the Cucumber Breeze Smoothing Paper Mask. This is one of the ones that I got in my Ipsy bag. I got like 2 other ones as well. I'm not the biggest fan of sheet masks. I feel like they look weird, and they feel kind of odd on the skin, but I have them, so might as well use them. I didn't really like the smell of this just because I'm not a fan of like cucumber scented things. But I used this before bed, and my face felt, pretty good after using it. I didn't leave it on for the full amount of time just because I didn't like how, I don't like the feel of a wet paper just sitting on my face. So instead of like 15 to 20 minutes, I left it on for like 10. But I don't know. I think it was really nice. The only thing I didn't like about it so much is that according to the directions, and I followed the directions when I used it, you don't have to rinse the product off of your face. Like, when you're done, you peel the mask off, and then like all that moisture, you just kind of like press into your skin. And I didn't really like the feeling of that. So I won't seek this out to purchase, but I felt like while I had it, I might as well use it. I'm going to use the other 2, and then I have one paper mask from a different brand that I'm also going to use. And I think that's going to be like the end of me and sheet masks. So there's that. I also have a couple other samples of stuff. The first one is the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cleansing Oil. I've used like an actual bottle of this before. I like it. It's nice. I wouldn't repurchase it just because I didn't think it did that much. But I don't know. It was nice. It gets your makeup off. It's a good product. And then this next one was a fail product. This is a sample of the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer. This product, I had heard, I want to say it was Meg's makeup, Megan, I don't know, she follows me, hey. But I want to say I heard her talk about this, how she got this product on eBay and she found out that it was tinted, even though she wanted like the non-tinted one. So ever since I saw that, I've been debating whether or not to try this, because I was like, oh, a moisturizer that's tinted, I could just put it on my face and walk out the door. This product is awful. I hate to say it. If you love this product, good for you. But I looked everywhere on this packaging, and there was no, what is the word? There was no indication that this was tinted at all. So I go and I open this up, and I figure, it's a sample, so I squeeze the entire thing out of my hand, which may have been a mistake. Maybe you could have gotten like 2 or 3 uses out of this little packet. But as with samples, I don't tend to let them sit around open like this. So I squeeze the entire thing out of my hand, put it on my face. It is like snooky orange, and it smelled like hardcore sunscreen, and it never set into my skin. Like usually if I have a moisturizer on, it's like sticky a little bit, or like tacky at first, and then it kind of like sets into the skin and soaks in. This never did that. So all morning I was like touching my face, and like my hand would be orange. Eventually I took like a makeup wipe and washed the moisturizer off my face because I could not handle it. This was in the matter of like probably 20, 25 minutes. I could not handle this moisturizer. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe I got a bad sample, or I don't know. It says on the back it's in a universal shade. I don't know how this is universal to anybody. If you're fairer than me, it's going to look so orange. If you're darker than me, it's going to look super weird, I feel. I just don't know how this is, like, I don't know how this works for anybody. But I'm so glad I got to try this sample so that I know not to buy it, because I was on the fence about purchasing it randomly after hearing Megan talk about it. Again, I want to say it was her. It might not have been. But thank God I got the sample to try it. But I don't like it. Never going to buy it. Again, I'm sorry if you really like that product. It didn't work for me. And then last but not least, I have some makeup products. I actually used up some makeup this month, which is exciting. The first thing is a mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This is my holy grail. I love this mascara so much. I actually just finished it up today. It's really dried out, sort of, and it doesn't feel like there's anything left on the brush. But I love the brush. It's so nice. It just goes and curls everything, really lengthens. I've already got a backup of this. I talk about this all the time. I love it. It's my holy grail mascara right now. Love it. Then I have a sample of the Benefit Professional. This primer is so good. I actually wear it underneath my NARS Sheer Glow for the most part. And every time I wear this primer underneath anything, I get so many compliments on my complexion. It really just shrinks your pores and makes them, invisible, which is really nice for some foundations and sometimes that you feel like your pores are out. So yeah, I did buy the full size. I do have it right in my drawer. And yeah, I don't think I've ever bought the full size from one of these samples, but I have used this primer before. Like, this is not the only sample that I've gotten of this primer, and I like it. Then I have a eyeshadow. This is from Trace Steak. This is an eyeshadow pencil I also got from my Ipsy bag, and this is in the shade Marimoto Pink Pearl. And this was just like a pinky, champagne-y color. You can see that I've used it all up. And I basically liked to use this as an eyeshadow base underneath my more like neutrally shadows. It never really creased on me at all, and it just gave like a nice kind of shimmery base for a lot of like the nude shadows that I would wear. It was really pretty. I really liked it, and I actually was kind of sad when I finished it, but I also was like, yay, I finished one of these. I'm trying to go through these pencils I have. I have a lot of like cream shadow pencils that never get used. So I was kind of at the same time, while being sad about it, I was like, finally, I finished one, So like the joy of finishing makeup. And speaking of the joy of finishing makeup, I actually finished a blush, which is crazy for me. I don't think I've ever actually finished a whole blush. This is from Tarte in the shade Prim. This was in their holiday collection of last year. And this was just a neutrally, like, nude kind of blush. You can see it's all gone. This blush went with everything, every look that I did, you know, whether it be dark and smoky or like everyday neutral, this blush went with everything. I talked about it a little bit in my September favorites as to why I've started to like the Rockateur, because it is a similar shade. I don't think they make this in a full size. I think this shade was limited to the collection. So if they ever do make it in a full shade, I would be tempted to buy it. Because this was the only shade out of the 4 that I really used on a daily basis. I think the other 3 like haven't even really been touched since I bought the collection. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I never finish a blush because I go through, like, you know, I use a different one almost every day. So it was kind of cool that I stuck with it and finished it up. So yeah, those are all the empties that I have for this month. I told you it wouldn't be a very, like, short video, even though there's not much to talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, leave it down below what you finished this month and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already and you'd like to be, you can click that button down below. I think it's over here somewhere. Who knows? But yeah, until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.